Dear Scootering Magazine, right, sorry we have not had time to do so many videos over the past few weeks. We have been crazy busy, but hopefully this weekend I'm going to get a chance just to put together 2 or 3 different videos, and so check out the other ones. I'll get those edited and put out over the week. One of the videos which I'll do an update on is the SX200 build that we're doing for a customer, and that's going to be using the BGM225 kit and the BGM crank, and I'll go through the spec of that, why we're using the components that we are in that. For myself, I've wanted to build myself a new engine. Some people ask me, if you were going to buy, you know, your own bits for your own engine, what would you build? I'm building myself a TS1240. I will explain why in another video, go through the spec of that, show you some of the components I've actually bought in and what I'm going to be using for myself. But this video is about these babies and these. When I used to run the garage, I had 2 of the big red hydraulic ramps side by side, easy, main door access, scoot straight on, jack it up, it rocks up forward, takes up quite a bit of space, but in a big garage where you want to be able to get around both sides of the scooter and it's in situ and it's staying there, that's fine. They're what you want for a sort of more commercial application. I had a second ramp, so if I got held up on the first build, waiting for some parts to come in, I could just wheel the next customer's scooter straight on the other ramp, get that one up, work on them side by side as the parts came in, and it was sort of fairly efficient for workflow. Here now, just messing around at home on my own scooter and the occasional one that a friend or somebody brings me in to help them out with, I've got very, very limited space. I cannot fit one of those big red hydraulic ramps in here, but I have got sick of groveling around outside on the floor, trying to change exhausts and do clutches and one thing and another. It's been a short-lived experience, me groveling around on the floor. So I had a look online and I found these by a scooterist. Thankfully, I like to buy from scooterists where possible. JB Fabrications. So if you have a look at this website, jbfab.co.uk, this is a foldable ramp, which is very lightweight, but the perfect width, length for a scooter to go on. The legs fold under, and then you can just put it up against the wall, which is perfect in this shed for me. So I can now get this out, turn this toolbox sideways. It just sits the right height over the top of this toolbox here. So I swivel the toolbox around, drop the ramp out on top of it. These were £135 on JB's website. He'll post these out to you. The legs collapse under and it's the perfect, like I say, size, width and length to hold a scooter. So perfect for working on them, perfect to collapse away so that you can retain the space. To get the scooter up on there, I'm using some of these. There are various ones out in the market. I had a look at some of the ones on eBay. I was tempted to buy them, but in the end, I've gone for the Oxford products. These are the OX748. They're £100. I went for these because I've used a lot of Oxford products stuff before, both through motorcycling and in scootering, and it's always quality gear. So I've gone for these. These will take up to 340 kilos, which is more than enough for a scooter. So when I'm getting a good run up at it, and getting the scooter up on the ramp, I know these are going to hold the weight. They've got these knurled bars in for grip. They're a decent width. A lot of the other ones are 1.8 metres in length that I saw on eBay. These are 2.1, which means they're just that little bit longer, which means the angle of the ramp will be slightly easier to push up. And they've also got the nice angle at the bottom for the wheel to go on, and then these rubberized grips at the top to hold it on here. It comes with a strap as well, which I will be using because I'll be on my own loading a scooter on and off, and the last thing I want to do is come running up the garden with a scooter, go flying at the ramp, hit the ramp, and then this thing separate and come flying apart. So this butts up against the wall in here. These will fasten onto the front of that. The front end of it will be out the front door of the shed, and then I'll be able to get a scooter up in here and work on that on my own. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to unfold these, get them put out, so let you see the scooter on it, and see how this all works. Ta-da! As if by magic. Bench up, ramp strapped to it, scooter up the ramp, one-man job. This can now be worked on, and then scooter can go back down ramps. and all folded away and locked up tidy, so plenty of workspace retained again. So let's just have a quick look at how this setup works. So basically, as you can see there, that's the Oxford OX748 ramp. They collapse down just over 100 quid, and then that, with a bit of shoving power, a bit of brute force, takes the scooter up onto the JB Fabs workbench. That then folds away, nice storage, easy for storage. Scooter can be worked on. These ramps I'll take off now, just take the strap off, and then I can get around both sides of the scooter. It's a tight workspace, but you got to do what you got to do. So it's no industrial setup, but it's just nice enough so that in winter I can lock myself in here and crack on with the scooter build and maintenance. That's it. See you on the next video.